One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two.
Keep going.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got that. All right, we're good.
All right, my name's Mark. I'm from the Laugh Button, and I'm joined right now by the one and only Bobby Kelly. Some might know him as Robert Kelly. Either way, he has to pay his bills under both.
No, just
I
one.
think. Just one, really?
Yeah, Robert
Nice.
Kelly.
Okay, so that's
Should
the
I tell
official.
people that? Will they hack me? Will North Korea get me now?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, Robert Kelly.
Well, we're here in celebration of Robert Kelly live at the Village Underground.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Very special. This is unique. You financed this yourself, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, we kind of got to the point where it was either that or not do it, or do it somebody else's way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, Jim Serpico, I mean, let's be honest, he financed it. You know what I mean? His kids' college fund, he kind of took out, and you know, I didn't get any money. I put all whatever I would make or whatever. Just I didn't get paid, and we kind of risked it to see if somebody would buy it, and they did. Thank God.
It's crazy, right? What was that feeling like? Because it is a lot of pressure. It's someone else's money, like you said. So if it's your money,
Yeah.
if it doesn't work, you're like, well, okay, I blew that. But when it's someone else's money, do you feel a little bit more pressure because of that?
Yeah, it was a burden, man.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah. It's my not only my manager, it's my friend, and he's willing to bet thousands and thousands. It's not, you know, it's not 20 grand.
Right.
It's thousands
It's a lot
of
of pennies,
dollars.
a lot of pennies.
And not only that, he had to put his favors out there. Not only that, you know, Bobcat, who's a friend of his, you know, was like, yeah, I'll do it because he loves Jimmy. And the camera guy, the lighting guy, the design, I mean, everybody was a friend, was doing us a favor. But, you know, it was, I mean, when we were done, it was like, this is great. We did it. But, you know, I saw myself in some parking lot holding up a DVD trying to make his money back. Come on, it's good. You know, it's like gambling, man. It's like something about rolling the dice and betting on, okay, we can do this. And, of course, you're like, maybe we can't. That lives in you. Maybe we fucked up. But, you know, when it comes through, it's like, holy shit, we won. You know, we did it. Like somebody actually liked it. We were right. You know, so that I don't think you can get that feeling from somebody just coming to you, hey, we want to shoot a special. We're going to pay for everything. We'll pay you this much, and then fucking see you later. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, you know, it's like gone. It's like you don't really do it. You do your special. That's it. We did this. We picked everything. We chose everything. And we had to make tough decisions, too, which, you know, I suck at that shit. No, but it was really a long journey, though, because we were supposed to shoot it, I mean, 2 years before that. So it was... You know, we got to the point where we were weeks away from shooting, and we pulled out because they tried to change the venue.
Oh, wow.
The goal of this whole thing, when I brought it back up to Jimmy 3 years ago, was under 200 people. I don't want to do a theater. You don't see me at theaters. I play theaters, but I don't do theaters. You know who does theaters.
Yeah.
I do clubs. And I believe that's where comedy exists. And Breeze.
Well, it sounds like you can make that decision. Sounds like you can make decisions. That's what you wanted. You stuck to it.
Well, it's not.
It's
It's if you have that much money in the bank, you can make those decisions. If if you don't have money, you can't make those decisions. So you need somebody to believe in your product to make that decision. You know, and you know, we were ready to go, and then they were like, "Yeah, we have to do it over here," and it was like, either we go do it and do what they want, or we say no, and we said no, and then we had to wait a year, another year, to where we revved up again, and at the last minute we were like, you know what, let's just go do it ourselves, because some more stuff happened. Because when someone's paying for something, you have to do what they kind of want.
Now, with that said, you wait a year, another year goes by. How much of the material changed? How much of what you wanted to put down shifted because of that? Because that's another 2 years of life and life experiences, right?
It sucked.
How much did that change?
Dude, I did an hour and 40 every night. So that 40 minutes was the new hour. When we were supposed to shoot the special the year before, I literally went like 3 months of preparing to shoot that hour, and I built up, and I was ready to go. So okay, let's do it, and then it went away. So you're right. I started writing. My kid was born. I started writing all this other stuff about having a baby, and And now I'm sitting there, all these other jokes. I had so much material. I just blew it out, but this is done. It was fucking hard, man. It was really like I have almost like 2 different specials that I was trying to get together somehow, and I had to get remotivated to do an hour. It was fucking hard, and I had to like go out and do this stuff and find new life in it, and it's bigger now. It's you know, but even now, like some of the jokes that I did in the special, they're better now, months later, because oh my God, I found it. I found it. I was saying this.
Right.
I got it. It was funny, but now it means something. Now I found what I was trying to say, and I went down this road, and it's like, oh my God.
Well, I guess you can make a sequel, right?
No, shit. Or, you know, and there's some of the stuff that's there's a couple things that I did that just don't fit there, man. They don't. It was something else. It was another time, you know, that wasn't there yet. So I get to take a couple of those with me.
All right,
Yeah.
right. I'm glad you brought up Bobcat, because there's sort of like 3 generations of Bobcat. I feel like the stand-up comic, the actor, and now this amazing director.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really know how much directing this guy's done and how many movies he's made.
Yeah.
And here he is working on your project. What's that experience been like for you?
Well, he directed Morgan Murphy's show, Our Special, which I loved. Her special was just her. She walked out, and I think it was just a room. I don't know. There was a black curtain, and and she walked out in front of, I don't know, 100-something people, and just delivered Morgan Murphy. And I was like, and the shots were great. I was like, Jim was like, he was directing Maron, and Jim produces Maron. So he said, maybe I'll get Bob. I was like, are you shitting me? And he said, yeah. And I was like, fuck, because I don't know him. And he came in. He was the sweetest, softest
guy. This was your first time meeting him?
First time meeting him, man. He came in sweet, soft, just this gentle dude. And he's funny. And, he came in. Oh, man, we kind of hung out. We got coffee. We sat and we talked a little bit. And I told him what I wanted. And he was just sitting there kind of absorbing it. The Comedy Cellar is my home. It's where I became a stand-up. You know, it's where I had to follow guys like Norton and Colin and Keith and Bill and Louie and now all these other guys coming up, it was very important for me to do it here, because this is my family. The people that own it, Esty, who books it, these are the people that took care of me and kind of believed in me. So to do a show here was really important, and to do it in a small venue and to make it look cinematic. I didn't want it to look shitty. I wanted it to be kind of cinematic, and he took it all in, man. And I once I told him what I wanted, and this is why I love Jim Serpico. I got it. And when he says I got it, he's not lying. He's got it.
He's got it.
And if he doesn't have it, he goes, I don't got it. I can't do that. Oh, we can't do that. We can do this, but not that. He's that type of guy. So when he said, I got it, I was like, I just let go. Once those 2 guys took over, and I kind of just told them what I wanted, I was like, okay, cool. Do what you do, and I'm just going to go tell these fucking dick jokes. So, and I'm just going to,
Now, Bobby, it's one thing to deliver your jokes. You do it every night.
Yeah.
But when you know the cameras are on, do you have a little bit of red light syndrome?
Yeah, dude. I'm Cindy Brady, dude. It's weird with me. I've never really had a great set on television. I know everybody does these, the late shows. I don't really do that well. When you see me live, I'm fucking great. But there's something that happens. I remember my first one was Carson Daly. I remember I did mediocre, but I remember the first couple minutes. I was so nervous. I was doing this with the mic.
Right.
It was because I'm used to having the mic cord, and apparently
was it wireless?
It was wireless, which I'm not used to. I'm usually where comedy clubs you have the mic, and apparently when I bomb, I kind of stretch out the thing and I pull, and I'm like, ha ha. I didn't know I did that until I was on Carson Daly, and I started just I tell a joke and it got a mediocre chuckle, and I started just wiggling my hand. And I remember I came back and my agent Matt Frost was like, "What the fuck was that? Why were you going like this?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "You kept doing this." I go, "I don't know." So I remember I went to the cellar that night, and it was on TV. They had it on TV, but no sound. So I'm like, I'm fine, no sound. You know, we're good. And so we're watching it. Steve Byrne right next to me, and a very funny guy. But we were always toe-to-toe with each other, busting each other's balls. And he's standing there watching, and I'm like, thank God there's no sound. And all of a sudden, it's closed caption. And my first joke, and the guy writes, light laughter. I was like, what a dick. Even the closed caption guy knew I was bombing. Couldn't even just let it slide. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he just hit me. He went, light laughter. And he laughed. I was like, ugh. But I did it again next year. I did same Carson Daly, and I did this again. And he comes in, what the fuck? So if you ever see my Carson Daly, you'll see me do this, and you know I'm just being nervous because I'm fucking right on the edge of just bombing totally on TV. Yeah, having the cameras on, here's the greatest part. This is why Serpico is a fucking genius. You couldn't see him. I don't know how they did it in such a small venue. I didn't see them. They put them in these spots because the shots that they wanted, you know, they wanted it in a certain way. Like they picked these shots and they knew what they were going to do and how they wanted to do it. So I really didn't see him. So that really helped. If I saw the camera, like I've done shows and I wanted this to be dark. I wanted it, you know, the light, the beam of light. I wanted it to be jazz. I wanted it to be, did I set the camera? I wanted it to be like back in the day. You know, when you saw
Sure.
Like, you know, Richard Pryor's first one, where it was just this dark comedy club. Where I say a joke, and you see the person laugh while I say it. You can't do that at a theater. You know, there's the cut shot to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this, I'm talking, and you're seeing people laugh as I'm talking. You know, or when you walk out, you can say, you know, look at your face. Or you can say, where'd you get that hair? Whatever the fuck I wanted to say, like I would at a regular club, that kind of took away, you know, if I got to go up in a big theater show, which I've done, you know, you go out and you have to deliver. I can't talk to you. You're 10 feet away, and I'm 5 feet high. People are doing this. I can't go, hey, because they can't hear you because they're in the back and there's 3,000 people there. It just doesn't work. To me, that's not comedy. That's a performance. Comedy is when I can come out and go, well, your hoodie ropes are too big. You know what I mean?
They are actually kind of too big.
But you know what I mean? That's stand-up to
right.
me. And then where does that go?
And it's in the moment and intimate, and
it's in the moment.
You captured that, so
yeah.
well done, well played.
Yeah, that was really important to me. So, but by doing that, by having that, I forgot about the cameras, and I actually did my show the way you'd see me at a club.
Right.
Is where 99% of the time I am. So that's what I was like, oh shit, you got it. You got me. Being me. As the most I could be. I'm not saying that, you know, I don't know how fucking great it is. People might think it sucks. But if I was on a theater, like you're really right, I would be a little more uptight or a little more, you know, because I can't be me, because I can't talk to you. I can't be me is when you're right this close and I can see you and I can look in your eyes and, you know, maybe you laugh weird and I can stop and go, why'd you do that? There was a thing, Bobcat, you know, there was a dude over here, there was a lady over here, but it was all this flowing thing that didn't really fuck up the show because we were in such a small venue. It was real comedy, I felt like, and we were recording it and we captured it, and I fucking love it.
And everyone's excited to see it. It's going to be coming out very soon. Robert Kelly, live at the Village Underground.
Yeah.
This is the Laugh Button right here. My name is Mark. Robert Kelly, everyone.
Thanks, buddy.